Alright. Hello guys, welcome, or if you've already been to my channel before, welcome back. I am the Philadelphia Whovian, and for this video it's going to be in my entries of the There and Back Agains. Why do I call it There and Back Agains? Because as a Whovian, I've been so interested in watching Classic Who and being thoroughly content with my continual adventures into Classic Who that I don't watch New Who as much as I used to watch. So I said, you know what, let me go back and watch some New Who episodes every now and again after not watching them for so long and see how my perspective is on those. And this next There and Back Again entry is from Series 4. We have the episode Turn Left. Now, Turn Left takes place in the last season of the 10th Doctor, so David Tennant's very last season. And then also, it's the only season starring Donna Noble, played by Catherine Tate, as a consistent companion. So, Turn Left. This is a very famous episode, but also it's a very loved episode. A lot of people absolutely love this, and the plot of Turn Left is, basically, I'm not going to tell you the whole plot, because, come on, I think you probably already know it. And if you don't, just go watch it. Seriously, do it. But still, give you the general plot of Turn Left is Donna Noble is walking through a market when she's traveling with the doctor, and a fortune teller lures Donna in with a free fortune reading, and somehow she gets a beetle, some type of creature, on Donna's back, and the beetle convinces Donna, or the fortune teller with the beetle, whatever this beetle creature is, convinces Donna to turn right and not to turn left in her past, so she never met the doctor ended up dying, and all these chain of events happened that were a chain reaction of everything falling apart. So that's the overall story here. So, when it comes to, again, audience reaction, this is a very loved story. People love Turn Left, and I think I could say it is very much loved. My thoughts about it. Okay. Do I love it like everybody else does, or do I think it's not so great, unlike everyone else? Actually, guys, it's a little bit of both. Okay, I'll start with the good. One, the acting is very good in this episode. It is. And the direction is astoundingly good, too. I love the way it looks. Love it. And I overall do like the story, which is not creative or anything. Basically, the plot of Turn Left is the story It's a Wonderful Life. If you ever saw the Christmas movie with James Stewart, It's a Wonderful Life, that's Turn Left. It's a black and white, from like the 30s or 40s, and it's a Christmas movie where James Stewart's character, he's in despair after all this stuff happening, where he never left his town, and, never left his town, the way Donna Noble needed the doctor to kind of make her out of her shell and didn't even make that connection either. Sorry, different thing. Sorry. Back to the thing at hand. James Stewart's character is about to commit suicide, and then an angel shows up named Clarence, who teaches him to show some what his life would have been like, or what the world would have been like if he had never existed. And so he sees all these problems happen, all because he was never born. The same thing with Donna Noble. By not turning left and meeting the doctor, he ends up dying, and a chain of events happen that cause a chain reaction of problems. Literally, if you take the plot of It's a Wonderful Life, from when James Stewart is about to commit suicide to the end of it, then that's pretty much the plot of Turn Left. It is almost the plot. You even have the lead character almost drowning. James Stewart's character almost drowned. He was about to drown himself. And the 10th Doctor drowned in this. It's just told from different perspectives. And mind you, I don't think that's plagiarism, because to me, plagiarism only happens when you are taking from a work that is not that famous. When you're taking from a work that is absolutely famous, that's not plagiarism, it's a homage. That's really what it is. It's a homage. But it's when if BBC and Doctor Who were to take a story from online, from a fan fiction writer, and pass it off as being unique and gave no credit to that fan fiction writer, that would be plagiarism. So there's plagiarism, then there's homage. So I don't blame Turn Left for literally being the plot of It's a Wonderful Life. And if you don't think it is, you're in denial. It's the story It's a Wonderful Life. I'm not saying It's a Wonderful Life is original either. For all I know, it could have been based on something else, but I don't know of anything it's based on. So That's all I'm saying. So basically, yeah, it's the story of It's a Wonderful Life, and of course you're going to enjoy a story like that. So Turn Left has that going for it. But another thing I like about Turn Left is I like everything around Donna Noble, played by Catherine Tate, who pulls in some very good emotional punches in this. Her performance is very good. I like everything around her, the idea of she being and her family being put in this Holocaust situation. I love everything having to do with the downward spiral of her and her family. I love that. I really do. The things I'm not that crazy about with this story are three things. One of those things has to do with the villain. Okay, what is the villain's motivation? Why is she luring Donna into her fortune-telling shop? Why Donna Noble specifically? What about Donna sticks out to her? How does she know? And why is she doing all this? Think of it. Why is the villain doing any of this? We're not given much explanation on her motivations. If you read the one-page story by Margaret Atwood, who wrote Handmaid's Tale, her story called Happy Endings, she gives a list of two characters who go through different scenarios, but she says the idea is still the same. They're born, they live, and they die. What makes each of these scenarios different is why and how. Why do they do what they do, and how do they do what they do? That's what makes a story different. The what of the story is always going to be the same. So she's showing how stories, they're always going to be similar to something else. It's why you're telling the story and how. Why the characters are doing what they're doing and how they're doing what they're doing. That's what makes it unique. So why is the villain doing what she's doing? What is her motivation? We're not really in the context of the story, not given her motivation. Even if it's explained in the special features, which I've never seen, it doesn't matter. It has to make sense in the framing. And there is no clear motivation why the villain is there. The actress is really good. She looks amazing. She sounds good. She's perfect. But the character has no drive and motivation. We don't see why she's doing what she's doing. She's therefore an underdeveloped antagonist. There's that flaw. The second flaw is, dear God, forgive me, I know you guys are going to hate me for this, but it's just true. The Doctor. Okay. It's like the writers, guys, I don't want to pick on the 10th Doctor all the time. I don't. But the fact is, the writers, it's like they purposely make me want to hate him. It's like they want us to not like him sometimes. And this is shown no greater than Turn Left. We have a story, we have an episode where literally, just because the Doctor did not meet someone, he dies by drowning from the very thing he caused. Go back to Runaway Bride. Okay. The Doctor, how does this all happen? He drowns the Rachnos children in an act of genocide after the Empress has done all these terrible things. Yes. So you're giving me two scenarios why he drowned. Either one, he is so psychotic, he is so sadistic, that he was so enraptured by the mass genocide he caused, he didn't even notice the water was rising up too high because he was busy watching the destruction he caused. He was hypnotized by it, and he couldn't even get out in time. Or he is so weak, he is so limp, that he can't even get out of a situation he caused. All the water is rising up, and he doesn't even have the strength to get away from this before the water gets too high, when he has all the time in the world to do it. Basically, the Doctor pulls an Ophelia from Hamlet. Remember when Ophelia, she was drowning? And because she was just so weak, she couldn't really protect herself. Some scholars say it's suicide, but many English teachers have said no. She was just too weak to she drowned. She didn't commit suicide, she just drowned, if you want to be really technical about it. And it shows how weak she became after her father Polonius died. The 10th Doctor pulls an Ophelia from Hamlet. He does. He pulls an Ophelia from Hamlet, which means either the Doctor in this is so pathetic that he just can't protect himself and get out of water rising that he has all the time to get out of, or he is psychotic and he was busy enraptured by the genocide he just committed, which is possible because if you go back and watch Runaway Bride, you see that Donna had to tell him to stop because he was so busy just standing there like the wrath of whatever, just staring at all these children who were being drowned to death. He was just like standing there so amazed or so enthralled by the wrath he was causing and the mass murder he was committing. That's what happened. If you go back, I'm not making stuff up. This happened in Runaway Bride. And I don't like that scenario where the Doctor is made to be so weak in that way. He needs someone to tell him to stop. and that's how he survived. That just makes the Doctor look even worse to me, and I'm sick of having to look at the 10th Doctor as being worse again because the writers keep having to make these stupid choices. I don't want to hate the 10th Doctor. I'll make it very clear, I don't. But darn it, they just keep making him so terrible. And it's like, why are you doing this? Can't you make him good for one full season? One season! That's all I asked. But they always manage to do something and make him look terrible in some way. So that's my second thing I didn't like about Turn Left. The premise of it is founded on something that I'm just like, I don't like. And then comes the third and final reason. And hear me out before you immediately turn off this video with hatred. My third reason for not liking this episode is Rose Tyler. Not the character herself, in the sense of Rose Tyler, just, oh, hate Rose or whatever. No, it's what is done with her character. Oh my god, in this episode, Rose Tyler is made into the ultimate plot device. And I had a problem with that because she was already a plot device before, but she becomes an uber plot device now. And if you don't think so, you don't know the definition of the word plot device. You only know it when you only recognize it when you want to recognize it. In this episode, Rose Tyler becomes literally a plot device, portal jumping. She was a plot device this entire season. She was. She really was. But she becomes an uber plot device in this episode because now she's a portal jumper just so she can go back and save Donna Noble so she can save the Doctor. And we're not given much explanation on how she's a portal jumper at all, or how she has the ability to understand all this technology to get this thing off of Donna. We don't know how she can do any of these things. We're just meant to go off it. We're given no explanation and no logical reasons why, to the point where it doesn't even seem like Rose Tyler is even Rose Tyler anymore. No, go back and watch Turn Left. Is she even Rose Tyler? Now, mind you, it could be the actress. She was away for so long, she didn't know what to do anymore, or the director gave her bad direction, or the writing just wasn't very good. Either way, every time she's there, it just feels uncomfortable and like nothing feels real with her character or what she's saying. Nothing has any conviction. It just is like, the bare minimum given there. Because there is no character there. She literally is a plot device the entire episode. And I said it before, this has happened with Rose Tyler before, but it happened major this time. And I'm going to be very clear. I even don't have much of a problem with Rose Tyler being a plot device. The reason why I have a problem with it is because people have problems with other campaigns being used as plot devices, but they never call her out on it. When she's the one who began it, it was her companion that began the idea of the companion being a major plot device. But no one notices, but they notice other companions. So because you call those other companions out, I have to call Rose out. And if you say, oh, it's not a plot device, no, it is. Guys, I'm a writer, and I have tons of flaws as a writer, but the one thing that was beat into us was knowing what a plot device is and what a deus ex machina is. Rose Tyler is a plot device. I cannot unsee it. And for you to ask me to unsee it, that's bullying. You're literally doing what the Fourth Doctor said about stupid people. You're telling me to alter my facts to fit the views, and rather than altering your views to fit the facts. The fact is, Rose Tyler is the first plot device as a companion. And again, I'll say it again, I would not have a problem with it if people didn't have a problem with other companions being plot devices later on and blaming them for it. And a couple years ago, this what I'm saying right now stems from an argument I had with a guy a couple years ago, whereas he was mad at Clara for being a plot device. And I said, well, here's the thing, Rose Tyler was a plot device, and I gave all these reasons why. He said, well, that was okay because she was a good plot device. She was good. Clara's bad plot device. And I'm like, no, you cannot make that judgment call. You can't. If you were mad at one companion for being a plot device, you can't blame the other one. And that's what he was doing. He was trying to cover up the fact that he never noticed that Rose was a plot device before. So you cannot get mad at me because I have no choice but to call Rose out for being a plot device because of all these other people call out other companions for being plot devices too. That's all I'm saying. But overall, I see all the good in this episode as well as the flaws I have a problem with. Please don't attack me and say, oh my god, you completely hate that episode. It's just not perfect. But what is perfect? What's ever perfect in this world? Nothing is. So, guys, I understand why some of you think this is the best episode ever. I totally get it. I am not against you. Please don't be against me because I had no choice but to see what was there when it comes to the negatives, because I can't unsee the truth, and that is the truth. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. And again, I overall liked many points of this episode. There were just a couple points I did not like. So what are your thoughts about Turn Left? Did you like it? Did you not like it? You're awesome either way. Just make sure to be kind in the comment section to each other. Always, always try to be kind. So thank you guys so very much. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope to see you again very soon. Peace out, guys.